So, welcome to is it FT
MC or
is it
FTE.
FTVE, which the film and television program is making a big switch. We're switching from MTV, which no one knows what it stands for, to FTVE, which is film, television, and electronic media. So if sometimes we say the wrong letters, we apologize. But
We'll get the numbers right though.
yeah, that's the 16 introduction to television and new media. So I'm Grant Richards,
I'm Tim Ahlin.
and this
We're
class is kind of unique in a couple different ways. First of all, two instructors.
two for the price of one, hopefully, or maybe we're just half as good. And
So
no, Grant and I have been teaching this class for about 8 years now, and you're going to learn everything you know would ever want to know about the history of television. Get to watch a lot of great clips and media, and even get to make some of your own content, which we're excited about.
yeah, and the other thing that we should talk about right away is that this is an online class, but Tim and I are on campus all the time. Right now, we're in the TV studio. This weird space is
Ooh, equipment.
yeah, we're in the TV. We just got out of our film production class, which is a combination of audio production, motion picture production, and cinematography. And Tim and I also teach that class together as well. So we teach several classes together. We teach a screenwriting class
As
together
well.
this semester, and we love it. There's give and take and different perspectives and more student interaction with us, and so you can always get one of us.
And hopefully you'll learn by the end of this that making television or film is a collaborative effort. So it does take a team. So we think a team of teachers as well is a great way to enable our students to uh, do the best filmmaking as possible. What's really interesting, and we'll use this as an ad for our other classes, as we will still accept any of you students into our other courses, which do include the filmmaking class that we just are talking about, our editing class, which is MCTV 43 or
FTVE.
FTVE 43, or our screenplay writing class, which is Theater 20.
No, it's FTVE 20.
Okay, see, I messed them all up. Um, and there's Grant's got some film appreciation courses as well if you're not in
Yeah,
those.
humanities 3, 4, 10, and then this is an appreciation class 16 as well. So
If you want to be in any of those classes as well, it's a great class to take with 16, as we're going to assign you to make one movie, and you can use that in the other classes as well, or use what you make in the other classes for this one as well. So that's our little ad. We get ad codes tomorrow, and if you want to add, just message us and we'll add you to our courses. We're happy to. Our screenwriting class is completely online like this one, or the other ones are dual modality, which means you could either do it all online, or you could come in person, or you could do a combination of the both.
yep. Let's talk about 16. There's a few things that we want to start with the class to make sure that you understand. First, let's talk about the modules. Every week, we're going to have a different topic. So the public service announcement is the first thing that we're talking about. And it's going to be another assignment that you have to do as well. But for this, Tim and I are showing you, I think it's 16 PSAs. And we want you to talk about them. What was your favorite? What was your least favorite? What was effective or not effective? What others have you seen that you would recommend that we watch and show in upcoming semesters? Anyways, the discussion board, we want you to post some of your own original thoughts, your comments, and then read what your classmates have written and react to it. Oh, I totally agree. That was a great idea. Or wait a minute, you like that one best? That was my least favorite, and that type of thing. So it's like a classroom discussion.
Yeah, and we expect you not only to do thoughtful posts, but also thoughtful responses. So in order to get full credit for the week, for the participation, for the assignment, you need to write your own post and comment on at least two. Feel free to comment as many as you want, but to get full credit, you have to comment on at least two other students' posts. So if
And
you're
let's keep the terminology. Comments are your opinions about this week it's going to be PSAs. Reactions, you're going to react to two of your classmates' comments. So it's at least two comments and at least two reactions.
it's one comment and two reactions, right?
No, two of each.
Okay.
Yeah. And the comments are two separate ideas. One might be, I think public service announcements are a waste of money,
Okay.
and then another one is, I thought that the one with the dad was particularly powerful, and it made me wish that my dad was more like that or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, and they don't need to be long, brief. We just want
Yeah.
to know what you think. We don't want you to do research. It's just your thoughts about the subject. So. Now, the other thing about PSAs is you have to write your own, or you have to make your own PSA. Tim's going to talk about that while I find the due date.
Okay, so the PSA is a public service announcement, and it's a video where you basically have to make a persuasive video. You need to tell the audience to do something or not do something. After this week, you should know what a good PSA is, what a bad PSA might be. But basically, you are telling someone to do something. Don't smoke. That's telling them not to do something. Or you could do a PSA about how you should smoke, which is fine too. But you need to make a persuasive story. So it's going to be something that you write, shoot, and edit and upload. And what's really key about this for success of your assignment is please note that Grant and I are old, and we aren't hip with these TikTokers and Instagram stories and Yahoo Store Reels or whatever. We actually are kidding. We do watch that content, but for our purposes, we love to pick our favorites. And if you make a really great PSA, we want it to be filmed in landscape mode, not portrait mode. So yes,
Landscape is when you turn your phone sideways. Portrait is vertical.
yeah, so we don't want vertical video. We want horizontal video. And that's because we project it on a big giant projector that's not designed for vertical video. So please, that is one of the requirements in a way that you will lose points if you do not shoot it in portrait or in landscape mode, okay? If you have questions or comments about that, please let us know. And as far as like going and using video editing software, there's many free options, as well as like you can reach out to us and we'll help you get access to an editing computer if you have editing experience. But just know that this is an introduction class and we're not expecting you to make a masterpiece, but we're hoping you do. If you want to make a masterpiece, we're absolutely happy to watch anything you want to make, but we are more so grading you on the content. Are you being persuasive? What is the story? How are you telling the audience to do something rather than if you made a Best Picture award-winning PSA?
By the way, you shouldn't panic about this assignment. If you watch them, the 16 examples that Tim and I shared with you, you'll notice that the first one is this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. It cracks an egg. Any questions? It's one shot. It's only 16 seconds long, and that was one of the most famous PSAs. I can't tell you how many times I heard that phrase growing up because it was so popular, so effective. So one shot can do it. We're going to have some that are way longer and way more complex, but you don't have to necessarily do that. You just need to be persuasive, and it can be short, longer. Although the longest one we show is only 2.5 minutes, I think. So they're not.
They're really short movies, and you can use it to tell a story. We have many student examples, and you can even like what I would just think about, what are you passionate about? What do you want to tell? Is it something that's personal to you, or do you want to do something funny? That's really what you should be thinking about is what do I want my audience to do or not do, and how am I going to tell them to do it? Is it going to be a silly thing? Is it going to be a movie where we act out uh, why or why not, or is it going to just be stats? Is it going to be voiceover? There's a whole lot of different ways to do it, and you should be able to watch and see.
By the way, you have quite a long time to get it done. It is January still, and you have the entire month of February, and they're due March 2nd. So there's a lot of time to get them done. So don't stress. Feel free to reach out to Tim or me if you have any questions, you want help. And the other thing that we wanted to mention today, and we've already had some students reach out to us to talk about the presentations. So the presentations, you get to choose a show, but we don't want any duplication. So that's why we have a sign-up sheet. So the first person who signs up for a show gets it. And there are two categories. There are comedies, which can be single camera, three camera, or animated comedies, or they can be dramas, and they can be both episodic or serialized. So it's the same presentation. Doesn't you don't have to do one on comedy and one on drama. One presentation, and you could choose the format. But I
Wait,
want
so are you saying that I could choose the later due date?
there isn't there's one due date. Yeah, one due date for all of them. Um, but we want you to choose a show that you really like, one that you're passionate about. Prove to us that we should watch this program. Assume that Tim and I haven't seen it, and then, make us really want to see it. I'll tell you right now, this is a story. Tim told me just about a week ago, hey, Grant, you got to watch Jury Duty. And he's given me a couple recommendations that I didn't love so much, so I was a little hesitant, but I watched Jury Duty, and oh my God, did I think it was funny. If I was doing this assignment, I would do it on Jury Duty because it made me laugh out loud numerous times. And what I'm kind of do is pitching it, but you need to go beyond that. You want to talk about some of the characters and the premise for the show and where it was filmed and maybe what network where people can watch it. And I would probably show some clips.
YouTube off of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Share some links and showcase some clips. Tell us who, where, what, when, and how. Like, tell us what the story is and everything that you would tell your friend. Like, I love this show and this is why you should watch it too. And pick your favorite show, something that you would know the most about. And if it's already taken, you probably have a second favorite show. So go through and see until you get your sign up early so that you can get the show that you want. Now, how are you going to present it? Well, we're open to any method of submission. So if you want to do a PowerPoint presentation or a Google slide presentation, that's fine. If you want to film a movie of you like acting out your favorite or if you want to do like a YouTube review show where you talk to us and edit in clips, that's great too. We've had people who have like drawn pictures of their characters. So we are open to any method of presentation that you would possibly want. All we are looking for is you to recommend us a show and tell us why you like it and all about it so that like we can walk away and be like, oh, okay. And the thing that also is notable is Grant and I have watched a lot of television. So it's rare that, yeah, I've watched a lot of television. It's rare that like the students recommend a show I've never seen before. So
So sell it to me because I don't watch
yeah.
nearly as much TV. I'm a movie guy. I watch.
So I'm saying that because I'll be like, hey, that's not what the show's about. Or they could have included, why didn't they talk about, Tony Chopper in their piece when they're talking about the Straw Hat Crew or whatever. See, Grant doesn't know One Piece. But I do.
So, anyways, you get a lot of creative freedom. And I know, even though we're saying this, and maybe you even hear us saying this and you won't believe it, but we want you to do your presentation in whichever way seems most natural or most something that you've done before. So it's an easy project. A lot of people do PowerPoint or presentations like that. But a lot of people will do videos. Someone who last semester videoed themselves talking to the camera and then would turn the camera to their screen and then show a clip. and I thought it was extremely effective. I thought so. There are a lot of different ways you can do it.
Absolutely. We had ones that were like Twitch streams and stuff like that. So, also, what we should note is that YouTube will probably be a great asset for you to use in this course. Now, if you have a Gmail account or if you sign up for a free Gmail account, Google owns YouTube, so then you instantly have a YouTube account. When you go in, if you go to YouTube and sign in, you can click it and it will tell you. It'll tell you where to upload. What we do recommend, if you want to upload something and you don't want it public to the world, do not make it a private video because what happens is you have to give a password and then the private videos, 99% of the time we don't get the password and then we can't grade your assignment. Just make it unlisted. Unlisted means that it's unsearchable on YouTube and you can whoever you share the link with, only they can find the video. So but I would say make it public. What happens if you like make a video for a class and then you go viral and you become a YouTube celebrity and then you're the next Mr. Beast? Well, give Grant and I some money because we got you there, right?
God, he's greedy, isn't he?
Well, I
Jeez.
mean, I want to be in the Mr. Beast games, right? Or whatever your games are going to be. Just remember us, okay?
Oh, here comes somebody else. So anyways,
Are there any questions or comments from the chat? We have many Zoom people. Also, what we want to tell you is we will offer another Zoom at the end of this course, and we are going to go over everything that's going to be in the finals. So please note that we'll announce when our Zoom is going to happen, and people who show up tend to do much better than the people who don't show up.
and that we're going to do that Zoom session. And again, it's optional. You don't need to join in.
Not optional.
I'm glad
Yeah,
that
it is optional. Sorry.
that a lot of you have joined us, but we are going to record it so we can upload it later if it's not a convenient time. But the other thing that I wanted to say is that the due date for the presentation is March 23rd. So your PSA is due the 2nd and then the 23rd. So you probably want to get started on them early because you have your weekly things that you need to read and watch so that you can then post on the discussion board every week. I know we've been rambling on for quite a while. And I've already answered Teresa's question when they're due, the March 23rd.
Great. Any other questions from our Zoom chat? Otherwise, we kind of hit everything that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a great semester. Again, I'm Tim and Grant. If you have any questions or comments, reach out to us. We're going to respond as soon as possible. And we just want to make it as easy and as fun semester. Things to note is we are the film program here at Gavlin, and we have a lot. If you're at all interested in filmmaking or television or content creation, we have a lot of other fun classes like we talked about. But what's notable is we're going to have extra credit assignments in here. And what's great is the fall semester, you're extra already April 26th.
So it's the spring semester, but yes.
Sorry, spring semester.
Every year we have a showcase, and the big one, we have one in the fall, but the big one is in the spring, and it's going to be on Saturday, April 26th. The best student films of the year are shown, and I'm telling you, this might be the best year we've ever had. There are some films that will just knock you out. And every time I say this, Tim winces, but we give an obscene amount of extra credit, 200 points. 20% of your grade can be extra credit if you show up to this one event. If you bring a guest, it's 50 more points. If you get an autograph or a picture with one of the Gavi nominees, it's 20 more. That's 300 points of extra credit. So I don't know why anyone would not want to come to the showcase on April 26th.
I'm wincing for all the people who don't come because we make it easy for you to pass the class. In fact, a lot of people come to the showcase and don't even have to take the final because their grade's already so good. So just know that we will make announcements and remind you when the showcase happens because it is a really fun event.
Yeah. Well, please reach out to us if you have any questions about the presentation, the PSA, the discussion boards. Tim and I are very available, and we will respond to your emails or inbox or the the Canvas messaging system right away. Thank you. Look forward to a great semester.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you.